Welcome to New York.
All right, I am here with Marty, the Godbeast, which is a great name.
Thank you.
I have been really into your insect-themed stuff. Got into Glyos, saw you on the boards immediately, and glad to meet you here.
Glad to meet you.
Likewise.
Thanks for the interview.
So, what kind of stuff you got going on here? I see you got the bio jumpers. I just bought one.
Yep.
I've seen the finger bots as well. Those are looking pretty cool. It's neat to see them in person. I know you were working on that project for a little while.
Yeah, and actually, Gus Fink and I re-met last year at New York Comic-Con 2010, and we decided upon doing a collaboration together. And Gus knows Matt Dowdy of Onell Design, so we decided to do a triple collaboration and do a little, one of Gus's characters, the Fingerbots. And so I went ahead and sculpted up a Fingerbot based on a lot of Gus's drawings in the past and came up with my own concept for a Glyos compatible robot with Gus Fink's style. And then Gus went ahead and did the header card art and design after I sculpted the character. And then we have these, a limited run of these today at New York Comic-Con 2011. So I have those on the table. Right now I'm in the Art Hustle booth with Sidekick Labs, and I'm doing signings of the Art Hustle Series 1 cards, which I'm honored to be a part of. That was a great inaugurative set, and got some of my AP cards here to sign, and a few other bio jumper collaborations with Matt Dowdy of Glyos and Onell Design. I've got a abominable one-of-a-kind sculpt that I did, and it was auctioned off with Philadelphia Freeman's Auctioneers. And I have that here, and just a nice smorgasbord of odds and ends, collaborations, original art of mine. This is the bio jumper, the 4th bio jumper in Matt Dowdy of Onell Design and my series of bio jumpers. This is it's going to be a steel cricket, and I'm probably going to inlay silver into the urethane and leaving the eyes probably like crystal clear yellow. One of Matt's Elderlum designs of a large cricket insect, which you can find the link to the photo in Matt's site that shows his actual original concept character sketches of a tall biped Elderlum insect Glyos character, and this will be a little bio jumper that actually will jump on the heads like this this Sarvos that has a spider flock bio jumper that Castaway Toys did for me and Matt, and they added some flocking to it, but it'll be just like that, but it'll be a steel cricket bio jumper. Right now it's a Castelline wax sculpt I did, so it's not been molded yet, and I haven't gotten into production yet, but I will as soon as I get back from New York. You'll be pumping them out in my sweatshop.
Nice. If there's one thing I like more than beetles, it is crickets, oddly enough.
Terrific.
It looks really cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
It's great to see this stuff in person too, because I mean, you see it on the boards all the time, and you know, we're doing sales through there, but seeing it on a table is really to me a different experience.
Well, and I try to fill it up. I try to work around with other artists, because I think that, you know, it's nice to be able to collaborate and kick ideas off other artists and then come up with something that's like a double, triple threat. I started off doing just, you know, double collaborations, me and one other person, and then lately I've been like trying to see how many people can get in on something and make just the most amazing, you know, piece for collectors to enjoy, and not your run-of-the-mill, you know, peg hanging, you know, plastic superhero stuff. I really enjoy working with Matt Dowdy of Onell Design, because he's so imaginative, and his universe is so, the Glyos universe is just such a wide open, interesting realm to be a part of.
It's a really inspiring thing to look at. I've found getting into it back in April. It brings out creativity in a way that you don't expect when you first see it.
It's addictive, and the way Matt's envisioned and made his toy company with, you know, all the different joints and expanding pieces to be able to, for each collector can basically customize their own figure with just a handful of parts and pieces, and make incredible toys that somebody else might not have, because it's they're taking the parts and manipulating them in a way that someone else might not have envisioned it to look, and come up with some really interesting, crazy builds and characters.
Well, I mean, I see stuff like the Kabuto Mushi,
yeah,
and you know, seeing something like that, and then these full-on original figures who have Glyos compatibility. You take that, you add in things like axis joints, other Glyos pieces. It's fantastic.
It really is, and you know, Kabuto Mushi was a long-standing. I love insects. I took entomology in college. I have a huge insect collection, and I was always intrigued by the horns and the girth and bulk of the kabuto mushis and other beetles. And so basically I had done some Godbeasts, which I'm known for, obviously, the fire lion and the water tuna and the wood beetle. And so I took that wood beetle, which is my personal favorite, being an insect, and when I was kicking ideas off Matt, last New York Comic Con, I had already sculpted up a Glyos head sculpt of the kabuto mushi. And I pushed the horn even further, extended it out, which is something you can do in urethane. Might not be able to be achieved in China, so you can get real fine points and elongated, horns. And I put this figure together when I got back from New York. I did the arms and legs and feet, and I thought I came up with a pretty successful, design. And then I'm using, on some of these, I've been using Wolf Bott's ultra thermal. It's an additive, a color changing additive to my plastic. So the orange one will turn bright yellow with a temperature change around 86 degrees. And his site is solarcolordust.com. And he's been, more than generous, supplying me with materials to experiment with. I usually get a test try a lot of his newest materials and see how they work with the urethane. I use UV resistant, crystal clear urethane, top of the line stuff that it's difficult to work with and very toxic in liquid form, but as soon as it cures, it's a lasting, you can get real rich crystal clears, and you can add glow-in-the-darks and metallics and the thermal dust to make some really interesting effects that, artists in urethane like myself can achieve that you can't do in China. I mean, they can do it, but you can do it on a limited run. You don't have to make several hundreds, thousands of them.
To go in on production on it, you can do it yourself.
So yeah. I get to play. It's like being a mad scientist, being able to mess around with all the different materials.
That's the feel I've got from a lot of the collab projects with Matt Dowdy. It's like I'm kind of new to indie toy scene stuff, but from what I've seen, I like the feel of this whole little world. It feels just so it's fun.
It's exciting. It really
and I know I can't bring up too much about this, but. I saw some on 16-bit that has me very excited.
Exactly. I'll let you scan to it and show it off. I'm not going to talk about it right now because we're just working out some character design for a robotic. It's going to have a robot head. It's going to have probably some different animal heads, maybe creature, insect heads. But it's definitely got 17 separate pieces at this point. Probably will end up having a weapon and be interchangeable with all the other Glyos figures. It's got Matt's Glyos joints, male and female ends. It's an interesting figure. We'll leave it at that for right now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks very much. So the Godbeast you can find on the October Toys forums, and your blog is...
my website is www.godbeast.com. And my blog spot, you can find the clicker for the blog spot on my website.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much, man.
Thank you.
I guess I'll see you around. I'm gonna be
hanging at the Onell booth,
loitering Onell a little bit because I hear there's some cool stuff coming up here.
Yep. And I want to give big props and thanks to Tom and Simeon of the Art Hustle booth and Sidekick Labs, which are right now have me signing the Series 1 Art Hustle cards again.
Awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.